We got a treat for you, everyone. Okay. Chinese propaganda again. Fantastic. And we love it whenever they include foreigners to do their propaganda. And China Daily, which is, of course, like the huge state media, released on their English-speaking propaganda this thing called China's New Countryside. So, hey, we thought we'd go through it with you.
Yes, we love to disassemble. This is Chinese propaganda. And no harm, no foul on the woman that was chosen to do this, because I'll tell you how this works.
Yeah.
Before, just so everyone knows. If you are going to do a segment like this, the way they might pitch it to you is like, hey, we're from China Daily TV, and we're going to do a thing. Has your family ever been to China?
Yeah.
Well, you should do a thing where, like, you're going to invite them to come to China. We're going to see China's countryside and watch what they turn it into.
Yeah, just
It's fascinating.
Yeah, let's take a quick look. So, yeah.
Hello, I'm Sophie from Manchester in England, but I've been living in Guangxi, Liuzhou for nearly 11 years now. For the last few years, I've worked in the Liuzhou Institute of Technology, teaching both grade 1 and grade 2 university students. In the past, I used to visit England maybe once or twice every year, and my parents have also visited Liuzhou maybe 4 or 5 times now. I hope that in the next few months, they'll be able to come and visit me soon.
So, fair enough, right?
Yeah, this is all fine.
Yeah.
One thing, pay attention now to the footage, the B-roll that's playing now. This is like idyllic, beautiful, green. This is what she's looking at. And listen to what she says even. Listen.
Times now. I hope that in the next few months, they'll be able to come and visit me soon. Wow, look at the color of that water. It's insane. That's a place that my parents would definitely love.
Okay, so that's what they get you with. And this is Chinese propaganda. And the funny thing is that this Chinese propaganda is going to show you just how much propaganda that is. So you look up a place, and it shows you this pristine, amazing, like, wow, look, this is the countryside of China, Liuzhou countryside. Let's check it out. And it's all green and beautiful. And even she's like, look at the color of that water. This is great.
You get duped.
Yeah, you get duped. You'll see. Anyway, let's see what she says to her mum.
Hi, Mom. Hello. Well, Mom, I was just thinking, it's been such a long time since you came to visit in China. As a surprise, you and Dad come over and I'll take you to visit the Chinese countryside. You are gonna love it.
Yeah,
You didn't edit that.
No, did you see that? Did you see it? Did you pick up on it?
Hold up!
Did you see it?
You didn't do that.
No, this is the original edit. Did you see it?
She says, why don't you come to the China? I'm going to invite you to China. Come to the Chinese countryside. You're going to love it. And the mother replies, no.
Yeah, you can see she's like, but they cut the audio.
Oh.
So I did some reverse engineering, guys. I did some reverse.
She said no.
She said no.
Play the original first.
Okay, yeah.
Can see that this is how it is.
But don't worry, I did some deep dive, like editing, reverse engineering.
Oh, okay.
I managed to restore the audio.
Okay.
Okay, you know the original audio, so you can all hear it. Okay. Here we go. So let's take a look.
Such a long time since you came to visit in China. As a surprise, you and Dad come over and I'll take you to visit the Chinese countryside. You are gonna love it. You are gonna love it.
No. No. No.
Yeah, sound good? Sounds good.
Definitely. No.
Bye.
I mean,
So let's get this straight.
yeah.
China goes, okay, we've had this foreigner in this one specific place. And props to her, by the way. She speaks really good Chinese.
Yeah.
She's stayed in one place. I like that. It's like a long-term foreigner. She put her time and effort into the country. However, they pick her.
Yeah.
And let's do a segment. And they go, I know how to pull at people's heartstrings. We're going to get the whole family involved. Like,
Yeah.
Mom, especially Chinese people love that. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, my family's going to come visit. It's a whole family unit, familial, what is it called? Filial piety.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
And they're like, wow. This foreign girl's going to invite her mother over here, and people are going to love it. But they film a conversation where she goes, "You're going to come? Do you want to come to China?" And the mother says no. And instead of cutting that segment or cutting to other footage or just not cutting to the phone, they left it in there.
Yes, and I mean, even I just don't understand because they were obviously filming at the time and they left it there. Sorry, but you dropped the ball like that. I'm picking it up. One more time.
You are gonna love it. You are gonna love it.
No. No. No.
Yeah, sound good? Sounds good.
Definitely. No.
Bye. Love you. Miss you.
So
This is Chinese propaganda.
This girl has to do a Chinese propaganda video about going to the countryside. She's supposed to invite her mom.
Yeah.
Now, weirdly, her mom says no as a reply, right? But it shows her phone, which is the setup for the phone call. Let's read what the chat says.
It says, can I ring you in half an hour? She's like, 45 minutes. Okay. It's like,
So this is her.
you just answer. I'll just chat some shit in English. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that
that's
great?
incredible that they
That's-
filmed that. And I would like to believe that she wanted that in there. That's hilarious.
think so?
I would hope so.
Because she's obviously has to do this thing for Chinese
yeah,
TV.
and she knows what it says.
Yeah.
I mean, props to her if she did that on purpose. That's so funny.
I mean, I think they screwed up because, you know, they didn't understand. She didn't think that this would be going like on, anywhere. So
Take us out. People can't see.
Oh, they can't see it? All right. I'll get us out of there. Yeah.
There's so many layers to this video. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it just shows you it's a fake conversation.
Such a setup. It's a fake conversation. It's all fake. She's like, I'm just going to chat some shit in English. They want to film me doing this. You know what I mean? Do me a favor.
So that's the setup.
Yes, that's the setup. Now, bear in mind, everybody, you have to remember this setup. It's important, right?
I love the Australia no that you slid in there. Isn't fantastic?
Yeah, exactly.
got a lot of tude.
It's great. Yeah. Anyway, honestly, guys, you know the setup now. She's invited her parents. She's going to surprise them and bring them over to show them the Chinese countryside. That is the setup.
Yes.
Don't forget that. It's very important. It pertains to this video. Modern China and me.
Oh,
I mean,
I thought it was supposed to look amazing.
Immediately. By the way, this propaganda is like a week old. Okay, so it's new. It's not like something old. Immediately, they shoot themselves in the foot because what do? They're like, well, we're going to send her to the countryside. Okay. They show her this footage of like this beautiful green, blue sky footage, and then they take these impressive drone shots and stuff of her going to the countryside, and it looks like this. You can't make that up.
It's so polluted.
Yeah.
And we know why. We've been through this area a million times. You go
burn
through here when you go
season.
to like the Karst Mountains and stuff. We call it burn season. It's
Yeah.
literally when they burn all the chaff from the harvest, right?
Yeah.
And it makes the skies abysmal.
Yeah.
It's tough to appreciate.
We've been to this exact village.
Exact
The
place.
English countryside is very
Yeah, Conquering Southern China
Yeah.
documentary.
There is literally nothing there. But I want to show my parents the Chinese countryside, where you still get that clean, fresh air, relaxed feeling, but you do have lots of neighbors around you.
I added
The
that.
Chinese countryside has a real sense of
Look at
community.
look at where
but
she's
you
driving.
still get that quiet and peaceful atmosphere.
I mean, it's one of those cognitive dissonance things, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're talking about how wonderful the Chinese countryside is, and you're driving through one of the drabbest looking urban areas,
Sprawls,
little
yeah.
sprawl things with horrible polluted skies. And you're like, this is great. I can't wait for my parents to see this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But reality, it's like people have this reality distortion field around them. This is reality, right?
It looks like a Bob Marley memorial. It's all the
Community,
weed
Yeah,
but you
smoke
still get that
exactly.
quiet and peaceful
Yeah.
atmosphere. I think my parents would like it here.
Look at that sky.
That's burn season.
Yeah,
There's also a lot of industry in the area.
yeah.
I became more curious about the people living here. What do they do besides receive tourists from all over the world?
投的是主要是把农户的那个林产田集中起来，重新分配。
因为这个不是就是农民的收入都是提高，对吗？
对，种了2地水稻，冬种的时候就种油菜。
See how they managed to throw in the high-speed rail?
Oh, yeah, dude. So we call this out every time. Every time you think it's going to be some wholesome thing, you have food production because of all the, the insinuations that China is running low on, domestic food production.
Yeah.
High-speed rail propaganda.
Yep.
And also, I think we're going to get some rural revitalization because of the government has made everyone's lives better.
Probably. I mean,
Ding, ding, ding.
I just also want people to remember the premise of this video is that she's bringing her parents over.
Yes.
I'm just like to point out the lack of said parents.
Yeah, wait a second.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
So it starts where she's like, I'm inviting my parents.
It's like, yeah, it's a surprise. Come on over. We're going to the countryside.
But they don't come.
No.
So this is no. So what you're saying is
No.
this is a story
Yeah.
of a girl who lived in China for 11 years.
Yeah.
Wants to invite her parents to the countryside.
Yeah.
Calls her mom. Her mom says no, and then she doesn't come. This is the story.
Pretty much. Anyway, I mean, like, let's see about this lovely countryside a little more, which of course has apocalyptic skies. But let's continue.
这增加农民的收益。
When I first came to China, the rural land divided into small areas. Different people planted their own land, which was later integrated like the farms back home. Agriculture has gone from meeting individual needs to benefiting everyone.
那里面放的都是大米嘛？对，这是真米啊，这是真米。
Oh, is that scene, that last scene, not your nightmare?
Absolutely.
That factory in the middle of rural China where all this, can you feel the acrid
Yes.
smoke in your throat?
You know, this is supposed to be showing, remember, the premise of this is China's new countryside. How
Yeah.
beautiful the countryside's supposed to be.
It's like the same old countryside I'm used
Look
to in
at
China.
what we're looking at here. An industrial factory.
With smoke in the air.
Yeah, completely polluted everywhere, next to a freaking railroad. It's not pretty. This is not beautiful countryside. Look at the horrible dormitory in the background for the people to stay in. Looks like a Soviet era.
Such a dystopian wasteland.
I know.
This was put out by China Daily. China's one of China's top
Yes.
propaganda bureaus.
Yes.
Or outlets of the bureau.
Yeah, it is.
And they decided that people in the English speakers in the West will like to see this and be tantalized by the beauty of natural China.
And look at what a beautiful scene this is. It even says, China Daily, watch this.
I think her mother had some really good sense not to come because she would have ended up doing a factory tour in smoky smog land.
Yeah. And look at that nice big concrete slab of a road / entrance to the factory. Let's roll nature over. Anyway,
I actually have a theory that she started this with good, like this is fine, and then as she was being taken around to these areas, she's like, what's going on?
well, we haven't finished. Let's carry on seeing where this goes.
都是大米嘛？哦，对，这是蒸米啦，这是蒸米，经过最后流程蒸米，蒸这个米仓，然后这个都一会都去哪里呢？去那个批发呀。
They concentrate on land to increase output
Yeah.
while building industries according to the strengths of their products, increasing their value. This brings more income in and helps local economies to flourish. When I first came here, I just wanted to have fun. But when I dug a little
Now look.
deeper, I saw the endless potential in
This
China's
is
rural
bullshit.
areas.
See?
Yeah, I see what they
Do you
did.
see what they did? They
cut to stock
they
footage.
switched to stock footage. They always have to do this because the reality is that it's hard to find these nice, beautiful days.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
especially this time of year in China.
Yeah.
So
the burn season.
Yeah, the burn seasons. It's possible. There's months of like just crappy skies. So what they do is when there is good skies, they're like, quickly get the professional photographers out, get them out there, get the filmographers. We're going to film everything because you can see it goes from the reality. This is reality. They had to film this now. This is from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
This is reality.
This is what it looks like in southern China around this time.
Absolutely.
It's just how it
and
is.
we lived there. I
Yeah.
lived there for 14 years. It was like this every year. And we used to travel extensively around, and it's always like this, right? So they have to switch from this.
It hurts.
It's not good. From this, the reality, to the
I
fantasy,
just wanted to have fun.
which is this. You see, it now looks all green and nice and clean. That's because it's B-roll that they put in there. And that's what every time you
That's all they
see,
have.
just like when she was looking at that propaganda on her tablet, she's like, oh, look at how great that
It looks nice.
Yeah,
of course you want to visit.
because you're just like everything else in China, shortcuts and facades. They will feed you only the positive, polished stuff. You won't see the reality.
No, slopaganda.
Yeah, slop
But
again.
when I dug a little deeper, I saw the endless potential in China's rural areas. Farmers' living conditions have improved and the beautiful villages are attracting more tourists. The cooperation among companies, cooperatives and farmers has not only improved production efficiency, but also increased farmers' income. I've heard that the villages
The propaganda police have shown
Yes,
up. I see.
yeah, it's enough. But you see how it went from the countryside is so great to like look at the reform and the government slop propaganda. It's slopaganda because they try to sloppily fit it into this this good feeling story of her inviting her parents, right?
So she invited her parents. They said no. They didn't come. And then she had to go on a "Why is the government great?" tour in the pollution
and
time.
like rice factories and stuff.
This is like, it devolved. It went from 0 to 100 really freaking fast.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Like straight into a wall of propaganda.
It's horrible. And then, like, look,
It's
I
so
put
fun.
I put a side by side here
That's
of
great,
the reality on where we're sitting versus fantasy, which is the stock footage they use.
Yeah.
You know, it's just laughable that they try to pull it off. You know.
Yeah, like within the same, you just use the same video.
Yeah, it's the same video. It's ridiculous.
And I'll take you to visit the Chinese countryside. You are gonna love it.
Rip family visit rice propaganda is more important.
Yeah, obviously it is.
No. I love that she said no.
I know. Anyway, also in the same video, by the way, I had to cut this. Look at this crap they put up. Infographics about like rural roads and, you know, all this
Xi Jinping
nonsense.
quote.
Yes.
Oh, there is a fourth element to this.
Yes, Xi Jinping quote. I'll bring that back.
Guangxi Bureau. I mean, this is all was just made to say, why is the CCP good?
Yes.
That's why this segment exists.
President Xi Jinping said in an instruction in April 2018, you know what I mean? It's literally just garbage propaganda rolled up into this, like, let's get a foreigner to go to the countryside.
Yes.
And it's horrible. Let's put it that way. So yeah, skip through that nonsense.
You are gonna love it.
Can I ring you in half an hour, 45 minutes? Okay. You just answer. I'll chat some shit in English. That's it.
No way! Dude! Pull it up, put it up, put it up.
Okay, I'll put it up.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
This is amazing!
Why did they film that?
Killing a goat, blood everywhere.
Yeah.
They'll kind of string it up.
It sounds like a demonic ritual or something.
But it's not! You've been there. Amazing. Acrobatics.
It takes a lot of skill to be this absurd.
You're walking through there and it's creaking and the moonlight's coming through. There's like a man in a cage and they're going, ah! We're like, I'm out of here.
Immediately, like, these pigeons just went ape and flew into everyone's faces and there was shit flying everywhere. You got a mobile incinerator.
You got a mobile incinerator.
That's not the convenience you want coming to your door, by the way. Like, mobile execution van, ding dong.
Not only.
Anyone call for an execution?
You get executed and then they shove you in the incinerator. Man.
Exactly.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs.